day, another box, another pile of boxes. Hello Molly. It's several days. It's a week and 3 days since we moved. I'm still trying to find room for things, Molly. Am I not? I am. Did you get Gail? Did you get Gail? And there's another flipping car. That's the view I have. Can I zoom in? It just looks like a bit of a hill, doesn't it? It actually does look really pretty in real life. I live behind another flipping car. What is it with these people driving about the place? Get back in your houses, I'm videoing. So Gaelic is a big thing here in Ireland. It's like Irish football. It's like a cross between football and rugby. You can pick the ball up and run with it for a certain amount of time. This is the little main street of Cargin, which is a tiny village, so it's like very small. So the little red building there is the primary school just for children from P1 and 2, which is like ages 4 to 6, and the other primary school, people looking at me filming a school is probably not the best idea. This bus is back. It's not filling the bus. No, I'm not getting a trampoline. This is Isaac, just out of school. I'm doing my vlog, Isaac. And there's the workman.
There.
Someone's cutting their grass. I think it's the next door neighbours.
I've not seen them yet. Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, the end house was empty when we moved in, but someone, a vet and his wife, is renting it, which is awesome. Right. Hello guys! As I'm driving to my mum's. She's got an assessment from social worker and occupational therapist, so hopefully see if they can do a bit more for her in the way of physiotherapy. So we shall see. So I'm going in to see what's happening and put on a bit of that pressure. Because my mum doesn't remember an awful lot of what happens, and it won't put pressure on and won't push. My dad's quite similar, so either me or Darren usually will like to go in when there's any sort of meeting like this to ask appropriate questions and retain information. So what have I been up to? This vlog that you will have watched will have just had some little random bits I filmed whilst we were moving. There was so much more I should have filmed, but I was just in such a foul mood with just how much work there was to do. I avoided going into the garage for a week after we moved because I thought this is going to be awful. But I went into the garage a couple of days ago and it was bloody awful. I spent about 5 hours in that garage that day when I saw it. Come on, get a fucking tank through that. I spent about 5 hours, like I say, and I cleared about half of the garage, got it all arranged, put where it had to go, blah blah blah. Then Darren informs me there's still stuff in the shed at the old house that I couldn't bring up because there was no room for it in the garage, hence then the space was filled. So I was in the vilest of moods, which is why I didn't vlog. Driving past the old house, I miss that bathroom. Our water pressure in our house is ridiculous. There's a man that came yesterday to look at it, and he switched the hot and cold taps so they were the right way round. He fixed the toilet flusher so that it wasn't facing inwards but outwards like it should be. Toilet still has got an awful flush. I'm convinced it's going to break with the amount of times Darren has to flush it. His ablutions, I don't know what he's doing. Has he got a horse in there? I have no idea. But yeah, plumbing just leaves a lot to be desired. We're hoping to get our full deposit back from our old house. We're still waiting to find out. He's got 10 days from key handover. But if we get it, which is 500 quid, I want to put in a power shower like above the bath so that I can at least wash my hair without having to go to my mum's, which is what we're doing at the minute. It's ridiculous. There's barely enough water to rinse Isaac's hair, and he hardly has any. I'm going to be late to my mum's. I hate being late, you have no idea, but I got held up in the house. So what have I been up to apart from moving house? Very little. The only places we've been out to is my mum's a couple of times, the cinema once to see, what did we go to? We went to see Godzilla, which I don't get the hate, guys. I really enjoy. Actually, that'll be in here as part of the vlog. We really enjoyed it. There's a fuckwit overtaking. Wait to see the speed of this guy. BM. There's a fucking surprise. Did you see him shoot up past me then? He must be doing about 90 on a single lane country road. Arsehole. You see, people say it's funny when I swear at drivers. This is what I'm dealing with every time I go in the bloody car. This happens. Darren's worse than I am. So what I should do is someday put excerpts of him in driving. That'll amuse you. I will do that actually. Oh, this song is this is a criminally underappreciated or criminally underheard album. Coverdale Page, David Coverdale and Jimmy Page. It's so good. Hang on. This is my favourite song on it. It is just, oh, I love it. David Coverdale's voice is like chocolate. Let you hear a little bit of this. Wait to hear these vocals. By Coverdale Page, and it's amazing. It's really easily to get distracted. This vlog is going to be massive and very few people are going to watch it, but the people that matter are, and that's all that matters. So if you're here, thank you, you're awesome. What's he indicating for? There's nothing to bloody pull into, so I can see where I'm going, baby. Likes to leave on the lights so we can see where he's going, baby. Great. David Coverdale live is just, it's amazing. Whitesnake, in case you didn't know, the band Whitesnake. He also fronted Deep Purple for a while. He's in my top 5 male vocalists of all time, which I was discussing with Darren the other night. I was struggling. I got Freddie Mercury obviously as number 1. Julian Turner from loads of different things. Rainbow mainly is where I listen to his stuff. It's number 2. Number 3 is really difficult between David Coverdale and Steven Tyler, because the range for Steven Tyler but the power for David Coverdale. And after that, people are all a little bit mixed up. I can't remember the guy's name, but the vocalist with Kingdom Come, I adore his voice as well. Darren would tell me if he was here. Look, I'm going to run up this. Oh, Jesus. Would you look at this? I am currently driving at 30 miles per hour. Oh! Any wonder I've high blood pressure. I'm almost at my mum's now. I am 10 minutes late, which is a flipping disgrace. I hate being late. There's a guy with a top knot walking across the middle of the road. Jaywalking in America, you'd be arrested for that, mate. You maybe, no, you won't see him because he's on this side behind me. Baby, I got you. Now you see what Darren has to tolerate. You're so bad. Tom Petty's awesome. R.I.P. Tom Petty. There's a car in that space, that means that person's in there. Right, I'm going to have to go because I think the people must be in there with my mum already. Right. Thank you. And overnight from Lisa Lives. Pain of not wanting to spend too much money. They've got a Mrs. Nesbitt pop. More to Mrs. Nesbitt. Oh dear, I want it. So, I went to that spot. Look at that flipping spot. Went to Tesco's for mallet cider, which they didn't have, so I have to get Magners. I know nothing about these things, I don't drink. But look at these air fresheners that I bought. Two for £3. 2 for £3. 2 for £2, I think they were. It's Dia de los Muertos ladies. Aren't they really pretty? What's my other air freshener doing? Oh, I've got my wee... There's still smell coming off it. Won't come off. Oh! What's that? You're not... Right, the air freshener won't come... Oh, there it is. It's pretty cute, isn't it? Look at that gloop eye makeup. Wonder what smell it is. Let's see. Poof, it's flipping strong. That smells more like an aftershave, like a perfume aftershave. Oh, it's nice. It's really pretty, isn't it? So there we go, new air freshener. There it goes. Put my rubbish in my bag to take in the house. I think I'm the only person in the world that, or in our household, that does that. And that's my other one for a later date, the green one. I also got a multi-pack of bubbly bars because I'm starving. This is like a rip-off of an Aero, I think. Let's see. Not that good. Not that that'll prevent me from eating it because I'm greedy. So I'll leave you there for now. I'm just heading home. Oh, they're about to reverse out. Yeah, hope you're all having a good one. I'm going home to have my supermarket chicken korma because Darren and Isaac will have already eaten tea by the time I get home. So let's go home. I'm not doing any unpacking today. I'm having a day off from it. Scunnered. Back to the grindstone tomorrow. So yeah, hope you guys are having a good one. I'll go and finish my rip-off cheapo chocolate that's not very nice that I'm going to eat anyway. Oh, that was a big bite. That's what she said. I'll speak to you later. Look what's waiting on me. Hang on, can we zoom in? Hello? Hello, Molly? Shh. I've had eggs.
What type of eggs?
Boiled eggs.
If you start hissing, you're in that garage tonight.
Boiled eggs and onion. Egg and onion sandwiches. And there's extra left over for tomorrow for Isaac's sports day in that dish.
Can I,
What do you think of that?
big sausages?
Ooh.
No fruits.
No fribs or nothing like that.
No.
We're not going to be able to. Would you like a piece of crust, Molly?
Oh, don't give her egg. Jesus Christ, Perry. Oh, God. Size of my fucking nose as well.
There. That tasty, Molly.
Oh no, you eating egg like Mama. Are you both going to be hissing snakes?
Sports Day 2019.
Coffee. 2 of.
Cheers, 2 of.
Chocolates. We're
Several
going to gorge on sausages.
Right, we're going to get set up because none of the other parents have come yet. But you find, look, you find when one person goes, everyone goes. So we're going to go.
Well, I'm a trendsetter.
So we have to try and work out what ends the finishing line,
Yeah.
which I can't. Right, I'm going to go for here. What about this?
That's finishing line.
Is it? Alright, down a wee bit then. Round about here where this yellow post is.
What do you want me to say in front of the children? You enjoying this?
No, you get it at prize day at school. You don't get it today.
Oh yeah.
Well done. Second. That's awesome.
Number 2.
Well done. Good afternoon. It is this very rainy, wet Saturday. Darren's coming. He's going to realise he's in the back seat because he didn't move Isaac's booster into the back. Vacation. So today we are going to see Men in Black. I don't expect great things because I haven't heard great things, so we shall see. Just to get out of the house, really. It's just a wet, miserable, horrible day. Darren's just got in, there he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we shall update you as to how it is when we get back. It's dark. We're the first people in to see Men in Black in galactic screen. Can you see Isaac? He's in the back row. What do the seats do? Don't do it too much. Right below the projectionist. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. So we're just out of, what did we go see? Men in Black, the new one. What did you guys think? No response.
It was alright.
It was alright.
I thought it was going to be a bit more.
What about you, Isaac?
I liked it.
I thought it was okay. It was an enjoyable enough film. I didn't sit and go, oh my god, I wish this was over. But it wasn't. Why is this car driving so slow in front of us? Does he think we're in a 30mph zone? He's driving at 30.
We've probably turned without indicating.
Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, it was just alright.
Yeah.
The performances were good enough in it. Chris Hemsworth was good, and the girl whose name I can't remember was good, and Liam Neeson
Molly.
was good. Yeah, well, the character was Molly, but I don't remember the actress's name. Driving past the old house. Oh, the windows are open. The windows are all open. Someone's in. I'll tell you what, I bet they're painting.
Yeah, they're painting all that. Well, she was supposed to paint it anyway before the next one moves in.
Well, does that mean that we're getting our deposit? We still haven't got our deposit back, despite the keys haven't been back quite a while now. Right, there we've got an indicator. Indicating before the wrong place. They should have went in there.
I think the thing about the film was it didn't have anything original in it.
Yeah, there was an awful lot taken
Like you
from
said, it
other
was like cheap
things.
Star Wars at times.
Yeah. So, it's not something I would recommend you go to the cinema to watch, but it was perfectly pleasant to stick on at home if it comes on like a free streaming service that are not a free, but you know what I mean. If it pops up on a streaming service you already own, perfectly pleasant. But I wouldn't. We go to the cinema basically to see anything that is 12A or under, because it's the only really place. Anything 12A or under, Isaac. PG is under 12A. Use PG's 12As because we can't get in to see anything else with Isaac because of the law in the UK. I think it's staggering in America that you could take a kid to see an 18 certificate horror movie if you want.
I want to see
I would love you to be able to, Isaac, but they don't allow you to over here.
Wait, since we're going to America, I can.
I am not spending the 2 weeks that we've got for Florida going to the cinema to see an 18 movie, Isaac. Jesus Christ.
Crap.
So, yes, I wouldn't recommend you go to see it at the cinema, but
I would
it was alright.
recommend you do.
The only movie in the cinema right now which we can watch that we haven't been to see is Aladdin. Which I think, actually, originally I thought, nah, this isn't working, but when I saw the trailer I thought it looked quite good, to be fair. But I think Darren would rather stick pins in his eyes because there's singing in it.
Is that?
And Isaac has to copy Darren because Darren didn't like singing, Isaac don't like singing either. What?
Have they got nipples in this one?
Alright, this is about the Disney animation. The Aladdin wasn't, or not Aladdin, the genie wasn't allowed to have nipples.
Aladdin wasn't allowed nipples either.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh god, right.
Can't have nipples.
Right, I didn't know that. So, yeah, we've seen everything else. What we're really excited, well, what I'm really excited
I am as
about
well.
is Toy Story 4, which is out in a week. Can't wait to see that. I have seen a review by Zach Pope.
And I've also seen him building a 4K.
Yeah, which says that it's very emotional, and it's his favourite film franchise. He loves it. Excuse me. And he said it's very emotional, and given my reaction to the end of Toy Story 3, I'm kind of dreading I'm going to have to bring hankies to the cinema, because if he's saying it's really emotional and he came out with red eyes, I have no chance. So we shall see. I think it's a rip-off though. The new toys that they've brought out, Forky, which is a sport with pipe cleaner arms and legs, it costs a fortune.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So yeah.
Here's a bit of Tupperware for you, 30 quid.
And get ready to turn.
Yep.
What the hell is a spork?
A spork is a cross between a spoon and a fork, Isaac.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watched a film last night called 5 Feet Apart. I'm doing this now because I don't really do movie reviews anymore. I know Jen from Jen's Reviews from the Grave purchased this recently, and she asked me what it was like. It was very, very sad. It's a story of 2 young people with cystic fibrosis, and due to the strain that one has, or a bacterial infection that one has, they are not allowed to be any closer than 6 feet apart, but they change it to 5 feet. And as the movie story would have, this young guy and girl fall in love, but they're not allowed to be anywhere near one another physically. But it was good. I liked it. I would thoroughly recommend it, but it is a bit sad. It's a bit depressing, and it made me cry. But that's not hard, like I said before. Right, we're back home.
That's what she said.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So let's see what we've got. So this is where it goes back to. I'm assuming this is really hard to do with one hand. Yes, that's very exciting, Molly's ball. So let's see. Place barcode here. Thank you for taking the first steps towards saving a life. So open it, take out swabs, don't touch them with your fingers. Use each swab only once to take a tissue sample. Rub the tip of the first swab on for at least 60 seconds. Include the areas between your cheeks, upper and lower gums. Gather enough cells by rotating it and moving it in an up and down motion. Do the same with the second and third swabs, alternating the cheek. Let them dry for 5 minutes, making sure the tips don't come in contact with any surfaces. Okay, so I've affixed my barcode. Focus, there we go. This is a little envelope that I will put the swabs in and then seal it shut. At the moment they're drying. They were that funny colour before we started, so I don't have yellow stuff in my mouth. They are drying for 5 minutes as requested on top of Isaac's art pad, without the tips touching any other surface. So yeah, it's as easy as that. So you can send for these packs if you go online. Now this company are called DKMS. That's my donor ID. So basically every 20 minutes someone somewhere is diagnosed with a blood cancer. If you read the gump on the website, there are certain conditions that you cannot be a donor. But there are a lot of conditions which surprisingly you can. I thought I wouldn't fall within the healthy BMI, which I don't have a healthy BMI, let's get that straight, but I don't have a high enough BMI to exclude me. Also, certain cancer treatments render you unable, like chemotherapy or radiotherapy, but there are types of cancers that you still can actually become a donor with. I'll let you read those yourself. But yeah, it's a few moments of your time. That's obviously just 3 swabs, which will go off and I will be placed onto a register. And then if I'm a match to anyone, anywhere, then they'll get in contact with me. So yeah, you will contact via email. Something somewhere said, I'm sure every 20 minutes someone in the UK is diagnosed with a blood cancer such as leukemia, lymphoma or myeloma. Often a blood stem cell donation is their best chance of survival. So yeah, if you can do this, folks, do it. I'm sure there are versions of this in other countries. This is the UK version. So yeah, just wanted to let you see how quick and easy that is. I filled out the form online and Bob's your uncle.